Hi everyone, my name is Ben Riddick, and I'm here tonight to give you guys a little bit of insight into my journey as a baseball player. So, I think a good place to start this would be my eighth grade year and going into high school and then beyond that. So, my eighth grade year, I thought I was a hot shot. I was a starter since seventh grade, started every game in seventh grade, started every game in eighth grade. I thought I was the greatest thing on earth. Nobody could beat me. I thought I was that guy. I was on the hot shot travel team, all that stuff. I was still working hard, but I thought I was better than I was. And then I get to high school, and I realize there's a lot of guys better than me because it's just a bigger pool. There's a lot of guys better than you, and you don't realize that until you get to that level. So I ended up not making varsity my freshman year. I was really upset about that, but that made me work a lot harder. So I worked my butt off, and then ended up making varsity my sophomore, junior, and senior year. I played a little bit, not as much as I wanted to, but it also made me realize, like, hey, if I want to continue playing, I'm going to have to work hard. And then, of course, tragedy of COVID hit, so that shut a lot of college recruiting down pretty hard. And because of that, I had to start looking to other options from NCAA schools to NJCAA schools, so JUCOs. I was looking at a couple JUCOs. I ended up committing to Chesapeake in December of my senior year, so I was a pretty late commitment. And I was super excited for that because I thought it was going to be awesome. I thought I was going to go in and just dominate because I still had that mindset that I was better than everybody else, even though in reality I obviously wasn't. So I get to Chesapeake my freshman year, and I realized that I can be pretty good. I can play a lot, but there was some favoritism there, so I ended up not playing a whole lot. And I really didn't like the coaches, so I decided best thing to do for me would be to transfer out and try and find a better opportunity. I ended up going to Lackawanna College right here up in Scranton, PA, and I loved it there. That was my best baseball experience of all time. But I came to one very, very harsh realization there, and that was that I couldn't hit very well. All throughout my high school career and all through my freshman year at Chesapeake, I was facing very, very subpar pitchers, and I was doing pretty well. And then when I get to Lackawanna, I start facing higher level pitchers, and I realize I just can't swing it like that. So I had a really deep sit down talk with my coach at Lackawanna, and he said, being this late in your career, you don't really have the time to sit there and figure out your swing. If you really want to keep playing, I think you should try pitching. And at that point, I was really upset because I wanted to hit. I loved hitting, but I took this man's guidance because he knew more than me, and he understood that if I wanted to continue playing, I would have to do it on the bump. So I started pitching, and it didn't go great. All you guys know, pitching is one of the hardest things to do in baseball, especially if you're moving from a position player spot. So I ended up figuring it out a little bit, had a pretty decent season, had a pretty good summer season, and then ended up getting an offer to come here and play at Marymount, which I'm very grateful for, and I love it here. I'm continuing to work and just get better every day. So now that I'm really in that pitching role, I feel a lot more comfortable and I can do a lot more things. But my journey was definitely a little bit strayed. Like I said, back in high school, I thought I was a hot shot. I was thinking all these big name schools are looking at me because I'm on the dirt bags, like I'm on the big name travel team, they're going to want me. That's not always the case. If you want to continue playing, it's going to be on you 100%. It has to be your goal, and you have to say, basically, screw everybody else, screw what they're doing, I'm going to do what I do, and you have to take that time and get a little bit better every day and just keep grinding. You got to keep grinding, and that's the big thing that I learned from my journey, and I want to portray to all you guys is that you need to keep grinding. Like, you need to work every single day, or you're not going to be where you want to be. It's pretty much just as simple as that. Everybody's journey is different. Nobody's is in the same. So one more final message that I want to portray to you guys is do not compare yourself to other players. If you see all your friends are getting committed to schools early and you're feeling left out, that's completely fine. Everybody's recruiting process takes place at a different speed. do not get discouraged. Just keep your head to the grindstone and keep working on what you know how to do, and all the things will fall where they're supposed to be. Thank you guys for stopping and listening in. If you have any comments or questions about my journey, feel free to reach out. I would love to answer them. And with that, keep working, guys. Have a great day.